race, right?
No, Prerna, my question is, because we created SDM datasets, why we need Adam
Right.
datasets? Okay, because those are there, right? Because in the A6 race was there in the SDM dataset and raw data. Then why you want to create again Adam datasets? Got my point?
Yeah. Yes.
You tell me.
Uh,
Because what is your final
no.
final job responsibility?
To submit it to the FDA or to give
What
it
do
to
you
the
submit?
client.
What do you submit?
The reports.
Reports. That means you need to create
Reports.
reports. If you want to create reports, what required? What is required?
Data sets.
Datasets. What dataset they want? What dataset you want? Analysis datasets. Because we discussed,
Right.
right? Because we have a height is there, weight is there. Because
Right.
from raw data to STM dataset, what we created a standard format. That's all. We did not create any new variables. Did we create any new variables in the STM dataset?
No.
We create only a standard variables like what are the because we see that mapping. What is mapping?
Yeah.
Whatever the variables are there in the raw data, what is the equal variables in the STM dataset, we are mapping, or maybe renaming, or maybe formatting, or maybe changing the variable name. Whatever we are doing, we are converting into the standard format. But now,
Right.
if you want to create reports, whatever the variables required in the reports, we already discussed, okay, in the SAS responsibilities previously, in the, like maybe in 5 class before or maybe 6 class before, right?
Right.
And what we
Yes.
discussed there, we need to check the mock shells and we need to, okay, what variables are already present in the raw data or maybe in the gym data sets and what variables we need to derive extra to create mock shells, to create report as per mock shells.
Right.
So now where we are going to create those variables? Because we created a programming specification for Adam datasets. Programming specification for Adam dataset. That
Adam
means
data set.
whatever the variables, extra variables which we need to derive as per mock shell should be kept in the
Yeah.
programming specification for Adam datasets.
Right.
Are we discussed about this?
Yes.
So we discussed that whatever the variables required for TLF generation, whatever the variables already exist in the raw data or maybe SDM data, whatever the extra variables need to derive in the Adam data sets was kept in the programming specification document. Right?
Right.
So by seeing the
Yes.
programming specification document, whatever the data sets we need to copy, whatever the data sets we need to merge, and after that we need to create extra variables based on our programming specification documents for Adam data sets.
Right.
Clear now?
Yes.
Okay. Example BMI.
VMI. Yes.
Right? Example
Hmm.
BMI. Example change. Example PCHG. Percentage change from baseline. Because you did remember that what is baseline? Prerna? What is
Yes.
baseline?
Uh, from where from where the first medicine is taken.
Very good, excellent. Just you can say very clearly, just taking before start of the medicine.
Before
Whatever
starting
the
medicine.
values, whatever that laboratory values, or maybe vital signs values, or maybe ECG values, or maybe anything whatever you are talking about test results, whatever the test results you are talking about, just before taking the medication, first medication was called as baseline values. So we have baseline values and the base example as per our study, visit 3 is the baseline value. Right? Then what do we need to do
Yes.
now? Prerna, we need to find next visit values, we need to find fifth visit values, we need to find sixth visit values, we need to find seventh visit values. Then what you need to
Right.
do, whether the drug is working or not, we need to check, cross check with, okay, what is the baseline value, what is visit 4, what is the baseline value, visit 5, what is the baseline value, visit 6, what is the baseline value, visit 7. So if you do the minus of it, then that is called change. Change from baseline. What is that? Change from
Change from baseline.
baseline. Did I tell you? Because I shown you some reports like previously what kind of mock tests we are going to create, what kind of mock tests we are going to see. I shown you very clearly, okay, change from
Yes.
baseline values in the
Yes.
hematology, hemoglobin, WBC, RBC. I shown you that shift table, right? Prerna?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And also I told you the populations. What I told you about populations? The populations are, what are the populations I explained you previously?
Populations.
Hmm.
Basically, which country it is,
I'm talking about populations. Population.
how
Single
many
blind
people are in the group.
population. Randomized
Okay, single
population.
blind, double blind.
Double
Yes,
blind
yes,
population. What do you call the double blind? Did I tell you double blind? What is the word we need to use for that? Different populations. Safety populations, ITT
yes,
populations, and PP populations. Did I explain you all these things?
yes,
Right? What are
yes.
those actually? What is single blind population? What is double? What is safety population? What is randomized population means right now?
Single blind is where the patient doesn't know, but the doctor knows
No, no, I'm not
what
asking
he's
what is meant by
doing.
single blind. What is meant by single blind population? We are talking about populations. Not is the definition of what? Not definition of the single blind and double blind.
Oh,
I told you very clearly in the previous classes. I think you forgot, right?
yes.
I put some patient numbers in the Excel sheet and I put SBL, RAN, okay, SAF. I told you, I explained you also. I don't know whether it is there in my Excel sheet. Maybe I deleted. I don't know. CODM here is there. No, it's not there. Did I told you or not, Prerna?
I don't remember about the population.
Super.
I remember the phases you told.
Hmm? Can you see this now? Can you see this now? We only discussed this.
Yes,
Can you see this now?
yes,
Did we?
yes,
Are we?
yes, 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 yes.
So I told you page number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ENR population, SBL population, RAN population, safety population, ITT population, PP population.
People population.
Okay, I told you ENR population means,
Like how many people are enrolling for the
see, that's why
study?
this many people are enrolled, that's why we kept everything for all, for we kept Y. And SBL population means,
Right. Um, how many is continuing basically
in where?
after the first in the study?
Yeah, in single blind population, what medicine they are taking, what medicine they are giving?
Placebo.
Placebo. That means how many patients are taking placebo treatment. So why this guy
Right.
here is blank, here is blank, and here is blank?
Either he didn't wanted to continue or like
My-
he didn't
No, no. My
show
question
up
is very simple, Prerna. Why it is blank is there here? Why remaining patients are having why?
because these people came for the next visit.
Which people? I'm asking. Did you understand what is the where I'm keeping the cursor?
Yes.
What
These
is it?
patients are not taking the placebo medicine.
Nah. Then what you told previously? You told that the continuing, right? It's not continuing. They
Right.
have stopped medication. They are not coming to the next time.
Right.
They are not coming for the next visit, future visits. Next visits. Why?
Yes.
Because it may be any reason. Because we told, right? We discussed that in the first table when I explained you first table. Okay, how many people are completed? How many people are discontinued? And what is the reason for discontinuation?
Yes.
It may be adverse event. It may be laboratory, laboratory abnormal values, laboratory test results. It may be an unsatisfactory therapeutic effect. It may be a protocol deviation. Anything, whatever the reason they want, maybe subject withdrawal consent. Whatever the reason, it might be patient actually withdraw from the trial. That is called premature withdrawal. Premature withdrawal. I told you
Mature
previously also.
withdrawal.
That means
Yeah.
premature means before completing the trial, patient is going out from the trial. Patient is discontinuing the trial. That is called premature withdrawal. Okay.
Withdrawal.
So the patient is
Yes.
not coming from here. That's why patient is not taking the placebo. That's why we did not keep okay why here. And now can see now what is randomized population means.
Yeah, where patients are randomly selected for which treatment, A, B,
Yes.
C, D, etc.
Absolutely. The patients who got the randomization number, When the patient got randomization number through IVRS and IWRS, then automatically
Yeah.
the patient will be assigned to the treatment based on the randomization number what they got. So
Yeah.
that's why whoever the got randomization number, so they'll keep Y, and otherwise we'll keep blank. And what is next one?
Yeah. Safety population.
Yes. What is safety population means?
Basically, the person undergoing treatment and is at least taking one dose of medicine.
See that yesterday, now just 5 minutes before what you told me, Ram, I think you didn't tell me. I forgot. I don't know. I didn't remember that.
Mm.
Right? Now you
Yes.
are telling exactly what I told you previously.
Yes.
Safety population means the patient took at least one dose of medicine and got randomized and took one dose of medicine. Then we need to see that whether the patient is safe or not because he is taking at least one dose of medicine. So from the
Yes.
EX data set, I told you here, see, from the EX data set, we'll have information whether the patient is taking at least one dose of medicine or not. Okay? Because EX we discussed, right?
Right.
What we discussed in the EX data set? EX is, it is in intervention domain. Intervention domain, you have treatment dose, treatment, what is that frequency? Okay, what is the form, dose form, when he started and when he ended, right?
Right.
We discussed in the same in the HDM domain, EX, right? We discussed about it. So,
Yes.
okay, so in the data set we have that how many patients are taking at least one dose, how many patients are taking the patients who are taking the dose, then only those patients will information will be present in the EX data set. So we need to go
Right.
there and based on the data set information, we need to write a program, and whoever is taking at least one dose of medicine, then we need to keep it Y, and for remaining patients we need to keep it 0. So that means blank. Okay, what is next one?
Right. ITT pop.
What is meant by ITT pop? Intent to treat
Uh,
population. What is that?
intent to
Intent to
intent to
treat population. So what do you mean by intent to treat
yes.
population means? The patients who randomized, okay, and we need to consider all the patients. But how do you know that whether the patient is actually the drug is working or not? Whether the drug is working or not? How do you know that amount? Because he
But
coming to the sorry
yeah. No, I was going to tell by taking their basically lab values and all
when
every visit.
every visit. Then what do you need to do after that?
Then we compare
Yes.
by taking the medicine, is it increasing or decreasing or what's the result
Yes,
basically?
maybe whatever the problem is having, suppose previously we discussed
Mm.
about hypertension. When you're talking about hypertension, where the hypertension will be present in which data set? See there, what is written there? VS. What is VS?
Yes.
See, what is
Vital
VS?
signs?
Vital signs. So what we need to see,
Yes.
we need to see that whether the patient is having at least one post-baseline visit. What is that?
Yes.
One post-baseline visit. What is meant by post-baseline visit, Amma? What is meant by
Like
post-baseline visit? After baseline.
like after baseline.
After
Yes.
baseline. After baseline means baseline is third visit. It may you should have visit number 4, visit number 5, and visit number 6. Any one of that without any missing values, primary efficacy variables. Primary efficacy variables. What is meant by primary efficacy
Mm.
variables? Based on what you will tell the drug is working and drug is not working because the study is related to hypertension. They're
Yeah.
conducting a trial for hypertension, then what we need to see? We need to see the SPP values, we need to see the DP values, we need to see the electrocardiogram. So by seeing all these things, we can able to say the drug is working or drug is not working before treatment and after taking how it is changing.
Right.
So the patients who taken at least one dose of medicine and at least they come for at least one post-baseline visit, then we can compare with the baseline values to post-baseline values, and then we can able to understand that the drug is really working or not working. That's why intent to treat population. Okay, what is next?
Right.
PP. What is
P
meant by PP?
pop. PP pop.
Yeah, PP means per protocol,
Post
per
per
protocol population. The patients who did not meet any protocol deviations. The patients who is having protocol deviations, then they don't want to keep their patients in PP populations because they should complete the whole trial. It's not like going for one visit after baseline or maybe two visits after baseline. It's not like that. They need to complete the whole trial. from first visit to last visit, okay, and they should not have any protocol deviations. Those patients are called
Protocol.
as protocol deviations. Then we need to see the deviation data set. The patients who are there in the deviation data set should not have YYY in the PP populations. So by writing program, whatever the data set you created from the SDM, we need to copy the SDM data set and we need to add this particular variable by writing your own programs. How do you write it? By taking the EX data set, by taking VS data set. If dose is more than 0, then safety population equal to Y. And if randomized population, if randomized number is present, if RAND1D or RAND1O, whatever the variable name, so based on the different variable names in different companies, if randomized number is present is not equal to blank, then round pop equal to Y.
Right.
That is blank. So like that, we need to create all the variables. I told you when you're creating reports, what is the first thing we need to do? Whatever the population was given in the brackets, or whatever the population was given in the table or table title or listing title. First, we need to take only that, because that's why see here I written the code also here for you that day. Okay.
Yes.
So where ran pop equal to Y, and you suppose you are working with the AE data set, advanced event data set, then what you need to do? AE data set and this DM1 data set merge, and if right, you need to write if A and B. The patients who are present in this data set, the patients who are present in the AE data set, if A and B, that is the main data set for you. From there you are going to create a percentages, and you're going to create a macro variables. After that, you're going to write a frequency, and after that, you're going to transpose. After that, we are finally going to report it.
Right.
Understand, Prerna?
Yes.
So previously, whatever I told you, those variables actually which are going to create, which we seen previously, those variables are going to create in the Adam datasets. Then
Right.
nothing different, which I told you. I told you previously indirectly, but I didn't tell you where you are going to create these variables. I'm connecting now. Okay, by copying the SDM dataset, and we are keeping the dataset name called Adam. But here in DM, right, we call as DM in the SDM. But here in the Adam datasets we call as AD. What do you call this?
Yes. ADSL.
Did I told you about ADSL previously?
Yes.
You written also. You written down
Yes.
the full form of ADSL also previously.
Yes.
What is ADSL means?
Analysis data subject level.
Absolutely. Subject level analysis data set. We call when you're talking, we call as a when you're talking normally, when you're writing analysis data subject level, but when you're talking subject level analysis data set. Subject
Right.
level analysis data set.
Data access data set.
Yeah, analysis data, it's a subject level analysis data set. That means one record per patient. In the DM data set also, previously I told you, how many observations will be there in the DM data set? How many observations will be there in the DM data set? Per patient?
Observations.
Per patient, yes.
One.
One. Why one? What is the reason one will have?
Because it doesn't change like age, sex, race,
Mm-hmm.
height.
Very good. And what
So
are the other variables represented in the DM data set? This is DM. Okay, this is DM, and from here, we are creating ADSL. Right, Prerna?
yes.
So whatever the variables are there in the DM data set, whatever the observations are there in the DM data set, but just by writing, what you're writing right now, data, say ADSL, okay, set DM, that means where it is located, we are going to create in Adam library, Adam dot, and here SDTM dot DM. The DM data set is present in the SDM library, and we are going to create a Adam ADSL, and in that what we are going to create now, we are going to create a new variables like, okay, if suppose like we are going to merge the data set with the randomized population, randomized number, and we are going to merge with this GM data set, and we are going to write if ran, okay, ran number not equal to blank, right, then
Right.
ran pop equal to Y. Like that, we are going to merge two data sets or three data sets based on a requirement, and we are going to create variables like RAN pop, ITT pop, or maybe FAS, full analysis set, or maybe okay PP population, or maybe safety population, or maybe enrolled population. So everything you are going to create a whatever the data you copied from the raw data, from the SDM data set, from the DM data set, and we are going to create extra variables in the ADSL, which is
Right.
subject level analysis data set. Not only that, Prerna, not only that, and whatever the variables you feel is important, very important variables are there in any other data sets. It may be CM data set, it may be PE data set, it may be, okay, it may be, because when you're talking in the Adam, what do you need to call? What is the data's name, Prerna? In the SDM?
ADSL.
No, in the SDM data sets, we call as P, we call as CM, we call as DS, we call as BS, we call as
Right.
QS. But what we need to call? I told you in the previous class. What do you call that? We
In
call as a
SDTN?
in the SDM we call it two letters. In the generally in the Adam, what do you call? What is the name of the data set name? Name of the data set?
ADSL.
AD
SL.
ADSL for only for DM. We are copying the DM and we are creating ADSL. But what about remaining data
Right.
sets? CM, PM, PE, okay, LB. What do you call that? We call as a, what do you call? AD, LB. Okay? AD,
Yeah.
CM, AD, P, AD,
Right.
okay, QS.
Yes.
Like this. AD will add AD. Previously we calling it LB, CM and PE and QS. Now in each dataset we are copying, and whatever the variables required or whatever the variable need to derive as per the programming specification for Adam. Because already written right in this data set, in the LB data set, if you want to create this report, we need to create a change variable, we need to create a change from percentage variable, we need to create this variable, we need to create that variable. Whatever the variables
Right.
required to create mock shells, what variables already exist in the SDM data set, by copying that we are going to add, and we are going to create new variables. That is called, the final data set is called as ADLB, ADBS, ADQS, ADPE, ADEG, whatever the data set you call in the, except DM data set. Okay, except DM data set, we call as remaining data sets with the AD with the SDM data set name.
Right.
Only DM dataset will convert
My
into, only DM dataset will convert into, what is the dataset name?
ADSL.
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 Absolutely. Yeah, tell me, what is the question? You're asking something.
Why are we creating this?
What you are reading this means?
Why are we creating Adam?
I told you, right? What I'm talking
SAS.
from last half an hour?
Yeah, creating new variables. I understood that,
Then?
but can
Hmm.
you show one example?
I told you, right? Previously, I told you BM. Okay, I show anyway, I'll show you, don't worry. I'm going to show you that, don't worry.
Okay.
But what is my question
Okay.
is, because BMI, height is there, weight is there. What is required? What variable you require now? We require BMI. We want a BMI also,
BMI.
because based on the BMI, how drug is working on below 25 BMI. Okay, 25 to 30 below okay, BMI who is having the values, and the patients who is having more than 30 BMI, how the drug is working on them. So on the pains, how it is working on normal patients, how it is working on overweight patients, how it is working on obesity patients.
Right.
We can able to understand how drug is effective on what kind of patients. If you want to do that, we need BMI. Now we need a change. We need change in percentage. We need a baseline.
Right.
We need a flags like low, normal, high flags. Did you remember that? Based on the values,
Right.
based on the reference ranges, we need to create a low, normal, high. Where you are going to create all these
Right.
variables? Where you are going to create this randomized population, safety population, all these variables? In the Adam data sets.
In the Adam data set. Got
So,
it.
example, you asked me just now. Now, Prerna, shift. Where is the shift? Yeah, here is the shift. Can you see now, Prerna? I think I shown you this
Yes.
one previously. Did you remember this?
Yes.
Because if you see the page number, what is the page number? Page number 111
Once.
and page number
Yes.
222. Okay, or maybe page number 111, page number 2 here. So we need to consider this page
Yes.
number 2 here. So here if you see visit number 1, what is this now? Visit
Right.
number 1, and this
Visit.
is a U subject ID. Consider this U SUBJ ID. So now
Right.
patient number, so visit, result, baseline, and what is this now? What is the result? Okay, what is the result for? Maybe consider this is a test. What we have here? We have a test here, HB,
Yes.
and what we have? HCT and WBC, right? RBC and something else like this. Different variables are there, different tests, different visits are there, different visit tests are there. Are you getting, ma? Or maybe
Yes.
same okay, same test is there at different visits. Visit 1, visit 2, visit 3, visit 4, visit 5 here and visit 6 here. HB, they are taking HB at different visits, because we sorted by visit wise. We sorted by test
Right.
wise, subject and test wise, and we got all HB test at different visits. Now this is the results.
Right.
This is the result. Now tell me, example, your visit 3 is the baseline value. Then what is the value actually? What is the value we need to consider as
Sorry.
baseline? Because
Which is a base.
as per our protocol, they told that visit 3 is the baseline.
Yes.
So what is the result now? Is the value is there here visit 3 at visit 3?
No.
Then what value we need to consider as a baseline value?
Like this
Hmm.
56 plus 78 divided by 2.
Okay. Who told that? Who said to you that to take like that?
I think so. You.
No, I didn't tell you. That means yes, you are right. Because I'll tell you, because there are different scenarios are there. How we need
Yeah.
to take it, because they'll mention very clearly in the protocol. If baseline value is missing, how we need to take it? We need to take the last available value. What is the last available value? What is the
Last
last available value before baseline? Before baseline
78.
visit, 78. Or maybe they'll
Second.
tell you very clearly. I'm repeating once again, Ma, Prerna. Okay, they'll
Yes.
mention very clearly before baseline value. That means 78. That means they'll
Right.
mention very clearly last available value before baseline visit. That is 78. Or they
Right.
mention average of before baseline value. Then what you said is right.
Okay.
They mention very clearly in the protocol, if something is missing, if baseline value is missing, then take the last available value or the last available value's average value. Then we need to take,
Right.
if we have like two values are there, we can divide by plus two value divided by 2. Then we will get average value.
Right.
Okay? Then,
Yes.
Prerna, if that is the case, where you are going to keep the observation? We are going to create extra observation. Now, what you are going to do now? We are going to create a new observation. We are going to create a new observation now. Are you getting, Prerna?
New observation.
Yeah, because if you see
Yes.
this now, what is the value? 134. 134 divided by 2. 134. 134 divided by 2. Right? You got results now. Here is 1.1. Here is visit is no visit. Okay. And here we can write baseline value is 67. Are you getting, Prerna?
Right.
Because here we'll,
Yes.
instead of keeping as 78, we'll keep a 67 and
Right.
67 and 67 here. And if you see this now, Prerna, what is this now? What is this now?
DRVFL.
What is mean DRVFL? Derived flag. Right? Did we
Yes.
derive or not?
Yes.
So what do we need to write here? Yes, we need to keep Y. That means this observation was
Yes.
derived. This observation was derived.
Derived by.
So derived,
Right.
that's why we are keeping as derived flag up here. And what is derived type? D type. There is a variable called D type. What is derived type
Right.
means? How you taken the observation? How you got the 67 value?
By average
Yes.
of
We need to write. We need to write
average.
average.
Right.
Are you getting Prerna now? Okay.
Yes.
Whenever you're taking the okay, if baseline value is missing, then we need to go to the protocol and we need to go to the documents. We need to go to the SAP and we need to read the documents properly. What kind of values we need to take as a baseline value if baseline value is missing?
Right.
Then we take what we need to do now. Whatever the baseline value is there, we need to consider that baseline value and we need to create that baseline value. We need to populate that baseline value in all the observations. That means again, okay,
Right.
we need to take only baseline value for every patient, and we need to merge that data set with the main data set again. Are you getting, Prerna?
Right.
Because you are taking
Yes.
this observation and you are taking okay 99 observation. Okay, say example, this is 99. Here we need to give 99, 99, 99 like this.
Right.
Are you getting, Prerna? Clear, ma?
Yes.
This is page number 3,
Yes.
page number 3 and 99 is there. So we are taking that and we are keeping this. That means first we need to take out only the baseline observations for every patient, for every test. Then we need to merge with the main data, again the main data set. Okay, whatever the all observations are, wherever the all observations are there in LB data set, we need to merge that. Then automatically what happens? This is one observation and there are many observations. Then it will happen like this. So now what do you need to find, Amma? What is this
Right.
now? Prerna?
Change.
What is maybe change?
Change.
How do you find change now? Because we know what is the baseline value, right? We know what is the baseline value,
Yes.
and we know the next visit
Yes.
results. We know that we visit 4 results, we know visit 5 results, we know 6 visit 6 results. Then what is change now? What I did now? See here. What I did here? What I did here?
P.
Ma?
P. No.
Yeah, what I did now here? See here. I mentioned.
Result.
I'll show you in front of you. So equal to,
Yeah. Result.
okay, baseline value minus baseline value
Result.
minus baseline value minus result
Result.
value. Result value, right? So now if you run the
Yes.
same thing and if you apply the same here condition here now, you can see now, right now, getting mark.
Yes.
So we need to take a baseline value minus 64. So the result is
Right.
41. 67, 67, 0. And 67, 54. Okay, 13. So based on, we can
Right.
find the change variable. Now we just now ask, right? Ram, can you show me some examples? This is the example.
Yes.
What kind of variables you create? Populations is one example. BMI is one example. Creating the change. And what is the next one? What is this now?
P. Change.
P change, percentage change. How much percentage was changed?
Right.
Okay. So now here 67 ma, here 26. Now how do you find a percentage, Prerna?
Right.
How do you find a percentage now? Because the baseline is 67, the result is 26. How can you find the percentage change? How much change was happened in the percentage?
Six,
What?
20, 67 by
Hmm.
26 into 100.
Sorry, come again?
67 by 26 into 100.
No. We need to first percentage. First, we need to
26.
find the change. Change divided by
Okay.
change divided by change divided by
This
baseline.
baseline.
So we need to
Okay.
say CHG divided by baseline value. Okay, baseline
Into 100.
value into 100. Absolutely. So what is change now?
Right.
Change means baseline minus baseline minus result value.
Result. Yes.
So baseline value result divided by, so this is called PCHC. So we can, by seeing that percentage change, how much percentage was change was happened, we can say very clearly it is going positive direction or negative direction. By seeing the change, we can able to say that it is going in positive direction or negative
Right.
direction. Because it is
Right.
giving minus values means, okay, that means it is drug is working. It is giving plus values means, what happened?
The drug is not working.
Drug is not working. It's based on the drug. It's based on the disease. It's based on the problem. We cannot say exactly. If it is
Right.
hemoglobin decreasing, it is a problem. If it is BP is increasing, it is a problem. Are you getting more?
Right.
So
Right.
hemoglobin should be increased and BP should be decreased. So BP is
Right.
decreasing, that means you will get a minus values. If
Right.
hemoglobin is increasing, you will get a plus value. So based on the test, based on the parameter, so how the parameters and based on the test actually we can able to understand that how drug is actually working on the patients.
Right.
So now the same thing whatever I shown you here in paper in the examples like this, I'll show you in the presentation to you in the PDF.
Right.
Yeah. Can you see this spread now?
Yes.
What you can see in the page 4.1.1.
Randomized parallel design.
Okay. Parallel means, what do you mean by parallel? What do you mean by parallel?
Horizontal. No, parallel is like,
Hmm. What we discussed? Are we discussing about parallel?
yes.
What do you mean by parallel, madam?
Basically,
Hmm. Completely forgot, huh?
no, no.
Hmm. That I explained in the protocol also. I shown you the protocol, and in the protocol, we read the study design. Did you remember the
Yes.
study design?
Yes.
Hmm.
Multi-center parallel groups.
Yes. What is mean by parallel now? What I told you about parallel means.
Basically taking the same medicine till the end of the study.
From where? From first visit?
From the baseline.
Baseline. That means treatment start. What you need to say?
Yeah.
When the treatment is
From
started, whatever
treatment
the you
start.
need to say very clearly, Prerna, whatever the treatment was assigned to the patient, the same treatment will be continued till end of the trial.
Right.
Okay. If it is my crossover means, what is mean by crossover
Basically
means?
they
Hmm.
change the medicine in between.
In between. So, example, there are 10 visits are there. So, or maybe 10 weeks are, sorry, 10 weeks are there. For trial, the treatment is they are taking for 10 visits. When they are taking the treatment for 10 visits, 5 visits they'll take A, they'll take A treatment, 5 remaining 5 visits they take B or maybe C. Any one of that.
Right. Right.
That is called crossover. See now? Because
Crossover.
now patient is
Yes.
taking one treatment. That's why what we have here, Prerna? What is this now?
PR, PRT, TRO1 STT.
TR means treatment. O1 means one
Treatment.
treatment because we have only
One.
one patient is taking only one treatment. They are not taking two treatments because he is taking only
Right.
one treatment. Parallel means only continuously taking one treatment. So
Right.
TR01 STT treatment start date and treatment end date for every patient. So this patient is taking drug. This patient is taking placebo. This patient is taking drug X 5
Drug.
mg. And now
Right.
can you see this now? What is the difference this one and this one? Prerna?
Plus the first.
TRT01P and
Yes.
TRT01A. What is the difference between TRT01A and P? P means, Prerna, P means planned. Okay,
Planned.
planned.
Yeah.
And A means, when it is planned, what is next? Actual.
Actual.
Okay, I said to you, Prerna, come to the class on today evening, but okay, that is a plan. After that we change that, come in the morning. Plan was changed. That is
Right.
actual, right? So, but can you
Right.
see now? As per the randomized number, he has to give like a drug X 5 mg and placebo, and again drug X 5 mg for different patients, like patient number 1, patient number 2, patient number 3. But what was actually happened? By mistake for this patient, placebo was given. It happens, right? We do
Right.
mistakes. We do mistakes,
Right.
right? That's why what is planned and what is actual, but what is the treatment start date and what is the treatment end date? Because he is taking only one treatment.
Right.
Because that is a parallel method.
Right.
Where are you going to give this information, Prerna? In which dataset are we going to give this information? In the DM dataset. That means ADSL
DM.
dataset. Which
Right.
is called as in the Adam dataset, what do you call? We call as a ADSL dataset.
DM.
Because how many observations are there per patient in the ADSL dataset? How many observations were
One.
there? Only one. So that's why we
Right.
cannot keep two observations, right? Because he's taking two treatment. One time, sometime he's taking one treatment, sometime he's taking a second treatment. So we cannot keep two treatments. Then what we need to do now?
Right.
The patient is taking two treatment. First 5 weeks he is taking one treatment. Second 5 weeks he is taking another treatment. Then how can we keep two treatments? Then what you need to write? How you need to write? You can see now the below one, Prerna.
Yes.
Now you can see now TRT01P and TRT0102P. First plant treatment,
Right.
second plant treatment, and
Second
first
one
actual
treatment.
treatment, second actual treatment. And what is the sequence?
Right.
The sequence is first he is taking placebo, after that he is taking drug X. And he is taking
Right.
placebo and placebo. And he is taking placebo and placebo here.
Right.
Okay? But what is taking
Yeah.
actually, what was planned for him? The plant is different. See, placebo and drug X,
Yes.
but he's taking plant and plant. See here, placebo and
Right.
placebo. Okay, and
Right.
treatment, first treatment started and first treatment ended, and second treatment started and second treatment ended.
Right.
Are you getting Prerna? So now,
Yes.
15th February 2006 to 3rd May 2006 is taking first treatment. Again, how many days gap was taken? How many days the gap was there? 7 days. 3rd
7 days.
to 10th May, it's 7 days. It may be washout period. What it means by washout period? What is meant by washout period?
Placebo. They give placebo that time.
Washout period. Wash out.
Sorry, no medicines are given.
Why?
Basically,
Hmm.
to remove all the drug from the body
Which
before
drug?
starting this.
Which drug? Because whatever the drug was taken previously, because he taken previously, right? He
Previously.
taken 15 February
Right.
2006 to 3rd May, he taken one medicine. Treatment A is taken.
Yes.
Okay, he's taken,
Yes.
what is treatment he taken? He taken placebo. Okay, it may be placebo,
Right.
it may be drug X, it may be drug B, whatever it might be. Whatever the effect of
Right.
the drug is there in the body,
Mhm.
they want to remove that effect of the drug from the body. That's why they're giving 1 week gap, and again they started giving the second medicine. That is it. That's why they are mentioning TR2 STD. So what is a second treatment date and the start date and second treatment end date here.
Right.
Is it clear, Prerna?
Yes.
And now can you see this now? What is this now?
Third, 3-period crossover design.
So that means 3 periods are there. Like there are like 15 visits are there. 15 weeks are there. First 5 weeks they are taking A. Second 5 weeks they are taking treatment B. Second, third 5 weeks they are taking treatment C.
Right.
You can see this now. That's why I mentioned frequent sequence is placebo, drug X, and drug Y. And here they're mentioning
Right.
treatment, first treatment start date and first treatment end date. Second treatment start date, second treatment end date. First treatment start date, third treatment start date, and third treatment end date. The same patient, right? One record only.
Fine.
Even though he's taking 3 treatments, we are keeping only one record because our ADSL model contains only one observation per patient. That's why we are keeping
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because number of based on the number of treatments he is taking and what is the start date and what is the end date and what is the sequence,
Right.
what is the actual treatment and what is the planned treatment.
Right.
Clear, Prerna?
Yes.
And now, because can you see here what was mentioned here? Creation of.
Creation of derived columns versus creation of derived rows.
Just now I show you an example. What is the observation we derived? Row means what? Row means observation, right?
Observations.
Because what we seen here in the
Yeah.
example, in our example, Prerna, in the example, why we kept here? Why you get this? These two informations?
Because it was derived by
Yeah,
us.
derived observation, right? Derived
Right.
column is this is
Right.
derived column. Change is derived column. Okay, ABS. What is maybe ABSE? What is maybe ABC? So this is the absolute value. Okay, if you see here, 56 is there
Right.
here, and okay, minus 56 is there here, but 56 is there here. This is called absolute value, and this is the percentage change. This is a
Right.
derived value. This is derived variable, and these are derived variable. But
Right.
here, derived flag is this is derived observation. That's why we are keeping is derived flag, and how we derived it by average, taking average value.
Right.
Right? Can you see the examples now, Prerna? So see the example very clearly. Parameter CD and param. Param means test value, whatever the test we taken, right? Previously we seen that in SDDM we mentioned as test, and we mentioned the test
Right.
units also. In one variable we mention as units, in one variable we mention the test name. So both combination we
Right.
call as a parameter. The combination of
Right.
keeping the two variables together in one variable by using concatenation function.
Concatenation.
So that is called param.
Yes.
So weight,
Right.
cages. And param CD is same like a test CD. Param CD is same as test CD in short form and now at different visits. So what is this now, Prerna?
Base.
What is this
Baseline.
now? baseline value. See now, where they kept ABLFL, ABL equal to Y. This observation is considering as
Yes.
baseline value. We taken it from each patient and from each test, and we kept copying and pasting. That means we are merging with the main data set. We'll get like this. Now what is this now, Prerna? Change.
Change.
Right? Change. Change means 100 minus 100, 0, 94 minus 100, minus 6, 92 minus 100, minus 8, and 95 minus 100, it's a minus 5.
Minus 5.
In the weight variable. Okay, different visits. When they're going for different visits,
Right.
okay, visit number 24, 20, 58, and 52. That means visit number 5, visit number 6, visit number 7, like that. Then automatically he's going, how it is going, and what is the change is happening for every page. Pulse rate. See here, pulse at different visits.
Right.
And
Right.
we'll go down, and if you go down, so what is this now? Prerna, what is this now? Can you see here? And what is this? What are you doing now? Because example in this place, Prerna, what is the variable now? What is the parameter we created now?
Log 10 weight kgs.
How do you derive it, Ma? If you write a logarithm of, because we learned in childhood,
10.
okay, we written logarithm 10 of that particular weight variable automatically will get a value, right?
Right. Right.
So that value was actually, it's a new parameter. It is a new parameter. You can see now what is this now? What was mentioned here? Parameter type. So whether it is copying from SDM data or maybe derived. So that in this place we can mention BMI. In this place we can mention BMI. BMI means height by weight by height with the power of 2. Then automatically here we need to mention parameter type equal to derived, because we derived this. It is not there in the, this parameter is not there, this test is not there in the, right? This test is not there in the SDM data or raw data. We derived this particular parameter by using two parameters, like weight is one parameter, height is one parameter. By using that we create a new parameter that is called derived parameter. So that's why we are adding the observations and we are mentioning that param type equal to derived.
Right.
Is that clear, ma? And also we seen that, okay.
Yes.
And visit number 2, see, visit number 1, visit number 2, visit number 3, visit number 4, 5, and 6. And but here, if visit number 3 value is considering as a baseline value. That's why we are keeping this value as y. And here, whatever the 2 is there, we are mentioning 2, 2, 2, 2 to here, and we are mentioning the change. We are getting the change value.
Right.
See now, what is this now, Prerna? What you can see now? Last variable.
PCHG.
What is meant by PCHG? What we discussed just now, 10 minutes before. PCHG, ma. PCHG. CHG means? CHG means change from baseline.
Percentage change.
Absolutely. Yeah. Percentage change from baseline. Okay. For that, what you need to, what is the definition we just now we seen? Baseline value minus change value, baseline value minus result value divided by baseline value into 100.
Right.
So the same thing they are explaining here. Okay.
Right.
See, can you see this now? Whatever I explained you now, can you see this now? What is the last variable, Prerna?
Average.
Last variable.
I don't know. Can you point it out, please? Because
I'm talking about variable name. You said the average, right? D type. The variable name is D type. What is meant by D type? A data type. Okay, data type. How did you get that? Average means, what is meant by average, Prerna? What is meant by average?
Average is basically how much ever numbers are there divided by the
before, that is before baseline, or how it is actually taking. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you getting? How we are getting it?
Yes.
We are going to convert. Suppose if you see here, 100 is there, baseline value is, what is the baseline value? What is the baseline value? What is the baseline value? 100. But here if you see that, okay, here visit number 3, visit number 4, visit number 5, visit number 6 is there, but visit number 7 is not there. What they did here? Endpoint. Because last visit values are not there. Then what do you take? What they are doing now? Here they're taking that 94 plus 92 plus 95 divided by 3. Then we got a 93.5, which is a endpoint. What is meant by endpoint, Prerna? Last visit value.
Last visit value.
Sometimes what they'll do, they'll take this 95 here as here. Okay, last value as endpoint value. So then what will keep there?
Right.
What will keep here? Are you getting Prerna? Suppose if last
Yes.
visit value is missing, then what they will do, 95 with the same thing will copy there and we'll keep it here in the next observation. That is called LOCF. What is that? LOCF means?
L.
LOCF. What is maybe LOCF?
LOC.
Can you see this now? What is this now? LOCF means, can you read it now? What was mentioned there here?
LOC. Last observation carry forward.
Just now what we did now, because when the last visit value is not there, we taken the previous visit value and we kept the
Right.
available value and we kept in the last visit. That means last
Right.
observation carry forward. And if you see this now, see what is it now? What is the last visit available value? Is 122. And what they're keeping now?
Right.
122 here. So that's why they kept as
Right.
LOCF, last observation carry forward. And what is this now? Right now.
WOCA.
Ram, what is happening, Ram? So many things are there, huh?
I know.
I know. You're going to lose it. I thought that it will finish by SAS. Not is not finished. It is not ending with SAS. So many days we are learning clinicals only, right? Almost 3 weeks we are talking
Yeah.
clinicals. Hmm?
Clinicals. Yes.
If you give me some more time, I will take you for 1 more week also, like one more 10 more days also. But you'll kill me if I do that. Huh? So, Prerna,
Right.
what is WOCF, Amma? WOCF means worst observation carry forward. Worst observation. What is mean worst? It may be very least value, it may be
What?
very highest value. Okay, worst value.
Right.
So now, out of these values, Prerna, this is a baseline value. Out of baseline, after baseline values, what is the worst value? Since you know out of this, what is the worst value, Amma?
126.
Hmm?
134.
No, it's not 134. Before this, out of from here to here, three values.
126.
126. This is the, because some visit value is missing, Amma. Okay, because visit 2
Right.
is there, visit 3 is there, and visit 12 is there, but visit 8 is missing. Then they want to keep a, okay, visit 5 values, okay, or maybe whatever the visit values are missing. So they want to keep that based on LOCF values or based on WOCF values. Just mentioning 2 examples here. How you use it, how you take
Right.
it, whether you want to take it LOCF values, whether you want to take a last worst observation carry forward. So you want to take the worst value and keep it in a missing values, or you want to take the last value and keep it in missing values, missing
Right.
place, missing location. Okay,
Right.
clear, Prerna?
Yes.
So these are the variables which are going to create amount based on your requirement, based on the change. Okay, based on your requirement, what kind of variables you are going to create. You are going to create those variables in the Atom datasets, all the datasets, not only in the laboratory dataset, PE dataset, okay, LBPE, ADPE, and ADCM, ADAE. So what are the variables we need based on the mock shells? We are going to create all the variables and which we are mentioning already in the programming specification for Atom datasets.
Right.
Getting now?
Yes.
So by whatever I'm showing you now, you need to write a programs. It's not like just, okay, I'm explaining you, we need to write by writing program, take the baseline value and merge with the main data set and then, okay, rename it as a baseline variable. The variable is base. And after that, take the baseline value minus result value divided by baseline value into 100 is CHG. Baseline value minus result value, that is called CHG. Right? Are you getting ma?
Right.
So whatever the
Yes.
observation you are deriving, that is called d type equal to average, d type equal to LOCF, d type equal to WOCF. You need to create a new observation and you need to add to the main data set again.
Right.
Right? So if you go to interview, they'll ask you, what are the variables you are going to derive in a Atom data sets? What you need to say? First, we need to review the mock shells. By reviewing the mock shells, what are the variables that are already present in the SDM data set or the raw data set? Whatever the variables are not there, we are going to keep it in the programming specification for Atom data sets. And after that, we are going to send this document to the review for the statistician. The statistician will review and will approve the derivations, whatever the derivation was written by us. And once they approve it, first we need to create a Atom data. First we need to create SDM data sets from raw data sets. What is the first step?
Right.
We We need to create a SDM dataset from the raw datasets. After that,
Right.
when you're creating the Adam dataset, we need to use the programming specification for Adam datasets, and we need to derive extra variables. Whatever the variables was mentioned in the data in the specification document, in the A dataset, what variables you need to derive. In the CM dataset, what variables you need to derive. In the P dataset, what variable you need to derive. So by deriving, by seeing all the variables and what is the definition was there, what is the derivation was there, so based on that we need to write a program. Merging two data sets, setting, if condition, where condition, whatever you do, finally we need to create the data set with a meaningful information
Right.
to create reports. So now Adam datasets are ready to create reports. Finally, what is the job of SAS programmer? By taking the Adam dataset, after that, by seeing that population flags in that ADSL dataset, and then we can merge A dataset ADAE with a ADSL where runway population equal to Y, then merge it. If A and B, after that start creating report.
Right.
Simple. That's all. That is called Adam. Because in the Adam dataset there is no standard like, okay, we need to create this particular variable only. How do you know that? Because based on the mock shell, you are going to create extra different variables, okay, you need to derive variables, right?
Right.
Because
Right.
based on the study, based on the design, based on the purpose of the trial, we need what kind of variables are required. We don't know. That's why they did not mention in the SDM. They mentioned very clearly in the DM dataset, I want these particular variables. In the AE dataset, I want these particular variables. In the CM dataset, I want these particular variables. But here, whatever the SDM datasets are there, we are just copying that and we are going to derive extra variables based on your requirement, based on your necessity, based on your need. So that's why
Right.
they did not mention particularly we want this particular variable, this one particular, but they mentioned overall what are the common variables which you are going to derive. Maybe
Right.
not only these variables, we need to derive some more variables also based on your study, based on your project.
Right.
How do you know that? By seeing the mock shells.
Mock shells. Yes.
We need to review the mock shells. We need to understand what variables are present in the raw data to create this particular mock shell, what variables needed, and we can take the suggestions from the statistician. Can you please tell me, Mr. Ram, how to create this particular, okay, because in the mock shell it was given like this. Can you please tell me, can you please help me how to create what kind of variables required for this and how to derive those? Can you please help me? You can go and ask statistician, or you can go and ask your team lead. You can go and ask your senior programmer. Then they will try to explain you, try to help you. Okay?
Right. Yes.
That is called Adam. Simple.
Yeah.
Now understand the connectivity. First we are taking the raw
Yes.
data, we are getting SDM datasets, and we are getting Adam datasets, and after that we are getting TLFs, and after that we are getting CRT. What is CRT? Case report tabulation.
Right.
Case report and tabulation. In that, we are
Tabulation.
going to create a defined.xml, or we are going to create defined.pdf, and in the defined.xml, first in the first page we are going to have that what are the data names we are going to create. AE, CM,
Right.
PE, it's like a table of contents. In the next page onwards, in the second
Right.
page or the third page onwards, in the DM dataset, what variables are there? What is the link for the CM? What is the link for the CRF? Page number 1, page number 2, page number 5. If you click that, automatically CRF will open. And we need to create a XPT files, dm.xpt file. If there is a hyperlink for that, again if you click the dm.xpt file link, then automatically DM dataset will be created, open.
Right.
Right, Ma? So first,
Yes.
raw data, we'll get the raw data, and we need to understand the raw data. After that, create SDM data sets. After that, create Adam data sets. After that, create TLS. Finally, we need to create a CRT based on your requirement. Because I told you very
Right.
clearly, in different companies, they'll give you different pieces or different parts of the work. Some company only they'll give
Right.
you creation of SDM data sets. Some companies will give you creation
Right.
of Adam data sets. Some companies will give you creation of TLFs. Some companies will give you only creation of SDM specifications, specification documents, and some companies will give you Adam
Right.
specification documents. Some company will give you from starting to ending, that is called end-to-end process.
Right.
Right? I explained you about the end-to-end process. What happened before trial? What you need to be ready? You need to read protocol, you need to read SAP, you need to understand the mock shell, you need to create a validation plan. Who is going to create what, or who is the programmer for these data sets, and who is the validator for the data set? What is the level of validation? Everything I explained you very clearly in previous classes. I shown you the
Yes.
documents also. What are the real documents?
Yes. Yes.
Right, Prerna?
Yes.
So tell me,
Yes.
Prerna, how did you felt about my class from last 2.5 months? It's almost more than 2.5 months, right? Maybe you've taken 1 or 2 breaks.
You're right.
I taken because of some personal reason. I took some like 4 or 5 days back break. Sorry. So how did you felt about my
Yes.
final class, or maybe about from first class to ending class, last class? Tell me very frankly.
Yes, yes. It was really awesome. Like you taught me as a child the way I wanted. Like you were never rushing on whatever you were teaching. You made a point that I understood each and everything.
Mm-hmm.
E- Even if I used to bother asking you questions, you used to answer me like peacefully.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you used to explain me. I have learned a lot from you
Mm-hmm.
because I really don't have any background of this.
Mm-hmm.
I was absolutely new, and first I was really worried that am I really gonna learn it or I'm just like wasting my money.
Mm-hmm.
So, but really after this, I'm really looking forward to work into SAS now,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm motivated too because the way you taught me,
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Like I know so many things now in SAS previously where I was zero in it.
Mm-hmm. What else? Any negative points? Anything is
Not
coming to class late or coming like no information to you? Anything is there like that? Did I ever miss?
never.
Did I ever
You
come to?
were
Did I ever come late to the class?
never, never.
So
You
tell
were
me the negative
always
points
before
also,
me.
not only positive points. Every trainer, everything there is a positive and negative points, and you need to tell me the negative points also, right?
But I really don't have any negative points. I'm serious about it.
People feel very bad, yeah, if you say like that. Every human being there is having, everyone is having like some negatives and positives, yeah.
No, you were really understanding. If like I was coming late or I had some sudden cancellations, you were always helping me out instead of like telling me, "Oh, why aren't you coming?" or anything like that, right?
Hmm,
You understood every time
that
whatever
happens with
I
everybody, Amma.
wanted.
That happens with everybody because
All
we don't know. Sometimes, okay, suppose you know, right? I met with the accident last time, so I took 4 days, okay, gap. So you understood
yes,
and you taken it into okay a positive way, and you said the Ram, please Ram, that's okay. You take care of your health, so that is fine,
yes,
right?
yes, yes,
No, it should be mutual. Okay, it should not be one side. It should be mutual. That's why you also taking in a positive way, and I'm also taking a positive way. What is the what I observed, Prerna? In the first day you told me, do you remember? Ram, I don't know anything about
yes,
programming. I don't know how I'm going to learn. It is there. It is there in mind. You didn't tell me directly to me, but it is there in your heart or maybe mind. Ram, how I'm going to create?
yes,
How I'm going to learn the SAS? So after writing 100
yes.
lines or 150 lines of program, what do you felt about yourself?
I was
Because you
really
used to,
excited.
you are the person who used to
Actually,
send me, right? Prerna, you are the person who
yes,
used to send me every day. I can see that's why I kept your name and very clearly, and I kept your programs like class one, class two.
yes,
Really, I felt very happy about because I'll give the same
yes,
thing to every student, but most of the people will
yes,
ignore. Most of the people will take it as light. Why? Because it's okay.
yes.
Because maybe because of some personal reason, because of the workload, because of the personal things. I can't tell, but whatever it is, finally we need to learn something out of it. That is a very important thing.
Right.
Yeah, tell me, you're saying something. I stopped in between. I'm sorry.
First of all, it was really my dream to like work in a office environment. I always wanted that, but I went into a field where I couldn't experience that in my life. So like it was really you made my dream come true right now.
No, no. When you need to say that, Prerna, you need to say that Ram, I got a job in SAS. That time you need to call me and you need to say that Ram really made me okay, made my dream. So that till the time you need to
Definitely.
work, you need to practice whatever functions I told you, whatever SAS, base SAS, whatever macros, whatever graphical things, whatever like proc SQL, whatever that clinical domain knowledge or whatever the document I shown you, whatever the project I'm going to give you now, everything you need to work and you need to okay make sure that you need you understand and learn everything. Then you need to go for interviews.
Yes. I
Okay,
was
just.
telling my husband too, I'm looking forward for the project you're going to give me. I'm
Mhm.
going to start it next day because I'm so very interested in doing that too.
Yeah, I'll send a very clear mail to you, ma, with all the okay information to you, all the points. What you need to do first, what you need to do second, what you need to do third. I'll give you very clear information and clear mail to you. Then you can start working on your programs. Okay.
Yes,
So whatever
definitely.
whatever you learn now, they are like bits and pieces. And I told you right how you need to connect into bits and pieces into in one report. How we need to create one
Yes,
data set. I shown you okay DM data set as example. How to create a SDM data set.
yes,
Okay, by writing
right.
program in front of you. What is meant by SDM
Yes,
mapping? What is meant by SQL? What is
yes,
my proc SQL? What is my macro? How to use macros?
right.
How to write macros? Everything we discussed, right?
Yes,
So Prerna,
yes,
I'm requesting only one thing from you. Okay, I need a small
yes,
mail that Ram, I got a job. That's all.
definitely.
So previously Krutad, right? Krutad written to me, Ram, I got a mail. I got a job. So he sent a mail to
Right.
me. He said, Ram, I'm really happy to take a class with you because I got a job. So you are a cousin of Krutad. He learned in 2013, I think, 2013 or 2014. So I didn't remember
Yes.
exactly. But now I say,
2013.
yeah, 2013, I think, yeah. I want a similar
Yes.
mail, Prerna, from you. And suppose if you go for any exam, certification exam, say you need to say like Ram, okay, I got a 90%, okay, set in the certification exams, or maybe 75% in the
Def
certification exams. I want that simple mail, not more than that. I'm not expecting anything from you other than that. Hmm?
sure, definitely. I'll be sending it to you.
So thank you so much, Prerna. Really awesome to take the classes to you because I'd not taken more than 1 hour, never. I never taken more than 1 hour for you, right? Generally,
Yes,
I'll take 1 hour
yes,
20 minutes, 1 hour 30 minutes based on the students and based on the students' understanding. But even though you are a
yes,
physiotherapist, where you stay in US,
yes.
Prerna? Stay in
In Virginia,
Virginia.
Northern Virginia.
Yeah, even though you are a
Yes,
physiotherapy student and you don't have any SAS background or maybe any programming background, you learn very nicely. Because your enthusiasm, it shows your enthusiasm, right? It's
yes,
not just like
yes,
it's not only with the RAM, it's not only with the trainer. That should be come from the okay trainee also. It's not from the trainer. It should be come from the trainee as well. Okay, 50% effort should be kept by trainee and remaining 50% should be kept by a trainer.
right.
So you made it, Amma. Thank you so much. I'm really
Thank
happy
you
to take
so
the
much.
classes for you. And thanks to
Yes,
say thanks to your father-in-law as well. He spoke to me once, right? He's also working in SAS and
yes,
he's having 15, 20 years experience in SAS. So thanks to
yes.
him as well, and thanks to Krutad. Say Krutad to him. Fine.
Sure, sure.
So
Yes,
if any help, anything required, any doubt, okay, you can write a mail to me. You can call me, but call me in the evening time generally because morning times I'll be rushed to office and taking classes, all these things. Okay. So
yes, yes.
please first send me a
Definitely.
mail, and better you can okay write a mail or maybe call in the weekends. That is the best way.
Yes, yes,
Okay. You can
yes.
reach me out.
Mr. Ram,
Hmm.
one question. You are going to answer me that on the interview question,
Yes. 1 minute. Okay.
challenges one.
Yes. 1 minute. Give me 1 second.
Yes,
Suppose they'll ask you, ma, they'll ask you what kind of challenges you are facing, okay, while you're working in a different projects. So you need to create
yes,
your own situations, and maybe whatever when you're doing the now we are going to the project, right? So when you're going to the
right,
project, what are the scenarios? Suppose I forgot, I did not understand very clearly the specifications. So that's why I created created a wrong variable. So based on that, I felt wrong there. I created wrong variable. These are one challenge. The specifications are not clear. Okay, the data is not clear. We have a dirty data. That means dirty data means they are having so many mistakes are there in the data. Okay,
right.
so and
Yes,
while creating the report, I felt some difficulty while creating the shift table. While creating the change from baseline table, I created some difficulty over there. So like that, you need to create your own situation, Sama. You need to create your own
okay,
because I am the person who am working from last 10 years. Then I know like what I'm
right,
doing right directly. But you need to create your own
right,
situations, and whatever the situation you are explaining to them, they should not feel that that is a fake, that is wrong.
right,
And you need to create, you need to think like that. Because now we are going to create one project. We are going to work on the project now. So you can, whatever the difficulties you're facing in that.
okay,
And when you're telling that challenge also, it should be very genuine. It looks like genuine. Okay. Then only people understand very
right,
clearly. Otherwise, they'll say that, they'll think that, at least inside that, they'll think that it's a fake. You're telling fake information.
right,
So
right,
it should be very genuine and it should be really critical.
right.
Okay. So
Yeah,
one time I have example with me, Amma. What I did here, Prerna. So this is the page number 111, and they're coming for okay, they're coming for treatment. Okay, where is that EX? Yeah, here is the EX is there, right? Mm,
yes,
1 minute. Yeah, here is AX is there.
Sheet.
Now Prerna,
Yeah.
if you see here Prerna, here how
Yes.
many days patient is taking treatment? This patient number 001, how many days is taking treatment, Prerna?
How many days?
Yes.
15th October to 14th November.
Hmm.
Almost 1 month.
See here,
Oh, sorry, December. Almost 2 months.
20th of,
December.
because how do you know this? You take the first dot here, you take the last dot here, and you minus of this variable
Yes.
to this variable, automatically will get a, right?
Days.
First we need to rename it,
Yes.
otherwise you'll get different variables. Okay, you don't rename it, no need to rename it. So first what you need to do, first dot and last dot, and you get two data sets, and after that you need to merge two data sets by patient number. So automatically you'll get this value. What happened now? You'll get this value here, you'll get
Yes.
this value here and this value here like this, and based on these variables. Are you
Right.
getting Prerna?
Yes.
Now what you need to do, minus of this variable minus this variable, automatically you get the number of days, right?
Right.
Is it correct Prerna?
Yes.
Because can you see this now?
Zero.
What happened now? Because he's not taking treatment for 2 days, mass. 15th and 16th is not taking treatment. How do you connect? Because from
Yes.
here, when you take from here to here, then what happens? And what happens? It will consider 2 days also,
The,
including the 2 days also.
right.
What you need to do, here to here, how many days is the difference? Here to here, how many days is the difference? Here to here, how many days is the difference? Here to here, how many days is here to here, how many days is the difference? Then where the dose is not equal to 0, then we'll get only the remaining observations. We'll not get this observation. Then we need to
Right.
add up these values, like suppose here 5 days, here is 6 days, here is again 5 days, okay, here is again 10 days, here is again, okay, here we don't keep that, and here again 7 days. Then we need to add up all the values, then automatically we'll get the total number of duration patient is taking treatment. Some people
Right.
will do from here to here is directly the value, but that is a mistake. That is one of the challenge which I faced, okay, in my project in the starting of my career.
Right.
So my statistician used to say that to Ram, do from here to here, but I used to say that, okay, how can you do that? Because here he is not taking treatment, then how can you consider the days into total number of duration?
Right.
Are you getting him? It makes sense, right? When you say how
Right.
many class you come, will you say that starting of our batch to now till now today? Will you say that? No, right? How many
No.
number of days you didn't come to the class? You remove that, and you'll take only the number of days you come to the class. Because we start in February,
Right.
right? We start in February and March.
February.
February
Starting
ending,
from.
February 19th or maybe February 20th we started. Now it is
Right.
May 9th, but 10 days or maybe 10
Right.
classes you didn't come to class because of some reason, because of your personal reasons or maybe because of my personal reasons.
Right.
So that we remove the 10 days, then we need to tell, and
Right.
remove the Saturdays and Sundays, right?
Right.
So then how
Right.
many number of days you come to the class, and we need to remove those, and then we'll take only the number of days exactly come for the classes. We cannot say that, okay, Ram, that day started, today is ending, so that's why we can take that number minus of today to that start day. That is wrong.
Right. Right.
So that is one of the real challenge I faced actually. I had a lot of discussion with the statistician, and she's Chinese lady, and they don't understand, they don't listen to us. But still, I made her listen, and I told her, she agreed finally. That
Wow.
is one of the challenge. Like that,
Right.
we need to explain the challenges. Okay, what are the challenges
Right.
you may faced in past? Okay, when you're working with different documents, when you're working with different data sets, when you're working with different reports. So you need to explain that.
Right.
You need to create your own situations, your own things. That is
Right.
the challenge.
Right.
Okay,
Yes.
fine, Ma. All the very best, Prerna. Thank you so much for your
Thank you.
time, and convey my regards to your husband as Nirav. Okay, so for your uncle,
Sure. Sure.
and okay, as well as to your cousin.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Ram. Thank you
Yeah,
for
be in touch
everything.
and start working. Don't lose. Don't stop working on it and don't practicing. Don't stop practicing. And you need to practice and you need to read and you need to undergo. I'll send you some. Already I sent you some books to you, and which is
Yes.
okay. What is that? Programming in pharmaceutical industry. Okay, SAS programming in pharmaceutical industry. You can go through that.
Right.
It will be a very nice book. Okay, you can go through that. You can understand that what are the topics that I discussed and what I explained to you. It was mentioned there. Okay. So they
Okay.
mention very clearly
Okay.
for laboratory reports, for they mention for vital science reports, for demography reports, everything they given examples how to create and how to work on it. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
And other books I given to you, macros books, graph books. Okay, I given so many things to
Yes.
you, so many material to you. You can go through that.
Yes. Sure. Definitely.
Okay, ma. Thank you so much, ma. Prerna. All the
Thank you,
very best
Ram.
once again. Hmm?
Thank you. Will you like come for the project also again one day,
No, no.
or
I'll
like
send you the mail to you.
we'll check?
And you can send. I'll send you the mail to you.
Okay.
If you have any doubts, you can call me. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I'll write a detailed mail to you very clearly what you need to do and how you need to
Okay.
do. Then you can start working on it.
Okay. All right.
Chalo, thank you.
Thank you so much,
Bye.
Ram.
Bye bye.
Thank you, Ram.
Bye.
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 Bye.